Hi there and welcome. I'm Kody from Percipient. We're a multi-award winning Sage Intacct partner, and I'm here to give a detailed walkthrough of the key highlights of the Sage Intacct Release 2 2025. Now, this won't cover every single feature, but we've picked out the ones that are going to have real impact, the ones that will save time, tighten your controls, and make life easier for your finance team. I'll show you exactly where to find it in Intacct, how they work, and why they matter. All in real time, just hands-on. As we can see, I'm logged into my Prestige Hospitality group. On the home page, here are the release notes for this period. If I just press into the read the release notes, this is just the repository for all the new updates and functionality that have come with the new releases. We can search at the top for specific functionality if we need to, and we can also review and manage the views via workflow area. So here you can see we've got the company administration, accounts payable. What we can also do is filter this down by regional area. So in this case, I will choose the United Kingdom. Now I can see a list of the views through the United Kingdom. So first of all, the new import service is now open for general availability. Importing data is such a critical function, and with this new update it just got a lot easier. So if I just navigate to my company tab, this is fully available across standard data types, so journals, suppliers, items, AP transactions, and it completely changes the import experience. So to access this, we just go to our company tab, setup, import data. At the top, we have this import button here. If I press this now, this is how the new interface looks. It's a lot easier to manage, a lot more user-friendly. So what I do is I just select my file. So you can choose any object, journal entries, AP invoices. You can upload a multi-tab spreadsheet. And what this will then do is show the inline error in a correction panel. So what you get from this is a spreadsheet style preview of your file before it posts. Inline error flags, so if a dimension's missing or an account is wrong, it highlights the exact row and the field. It gives you that multi-tab file support, meaning you can upload headers and lines together. And it auto-saves, so if you step away mid-import, the progress isn't lost. I've just pushed that file in. Obviously what it's asking us to do is to map the fields. I know for a fact that these are fine, but what you would do essentially is just look through and make sure that the value and the destination value is correct. Press continue. Once you've mapped it once, you won't need to continue to do it. But now you can see there's no more downloading file failures or hunting through Excel. You just fix it on screen and revalidate. So this is just a huge win for anyone doing high volume entries or onboarding new entities. It just reduces new errors, saves you time, and just gives you more control over your process. So if I just scroll to the left here, you can actually see that the flag, this account already exists, therefore it's a duplicate. And the actions that I would need to take, i.e. I would reset, download and change that. And that is how the new import service works. If I navigate from here, again, like you see, you can see the save options because I know the duplicates, I'll delete those. Next is something that I know that AP teams have been asking for, and that is the new approval type called user level. So if I just navigate to my purchasing module, what this will allow you to do is route an invoice to a specific person, no matter the department or value. If we just go to the configuration tab and scroll down to our approval policies, press manage. So if I just go to add another approval policy, press rule type. If I just scroll down for this list now, you can actually see user level. And here I can select an individual user. So instead of just using your value thresholds or dimension-based routing, what you can actually say is, all of my invoices from this particular supplier go to this approver, which is this individual. For example, all legal fees always go to the head of legal, no matter what. It's especially useful where you want oversight from a particular individual. Say, for example, your finance director or a head of marketing, Or if you've got capital projects, you'd want this to go to the project manager. You set it up just like any other rule. You've seen we've entered the policy, selected the user level, and just chose the approver from that list. That's it. No workarounds, no clever rule stacking. So if I just come out of here. If you have been using the classic import method for reconciling bank transactions, that is being retired. So instead, Sage is moving everybody over to the bank transaction assistant, and honestly, it is better in every way. To get this enabled in your environment, you simply navigate to your company tab, go to administrator, based obviously on your permissions, subscriptions, and then if I navigate to my Sage Cloud Services and press configure, now there is an available function for you to enable bank transaction assistant file import. If I click this and press save, done, there we go. So if we just go to our cash management module, and now you can see that the bank transaction import files is available. All you need to do is on the import bank transactions page, select the bank account, the relevant credit card account that you'd want attached. If the bank account is in the process of being reconciled, it will not appear on the drop down. Then what you do is you select your bank account, press OK, and you upload your file. So you select the file type and the date format. If you're not sure on the format of the credit card import or from the bank, if you press the open file import guide, what this will advise you is on the best process for you and the supported types of document. So to advise whether it's a debit or credit, and that is how you would download the templates for that as well. Once that's done, obviously you import it into the system, you review the transactions, you select the date order, and you can confirm your import. Imported transactions then appear on your bank transactions list and remain there after they're included in a reconciliation. Prudent to mention is that coming very, very soon, and it's not live for everybody just yet, but it is coming soon, so I'll navigate back to the release notes, is the ability to be able to create customer refunds. So here you can see the record customer refunds coming soon. What this means is that right now, if somebody overpays or needs money refunded, you need to create a debit memo or the relevant account, raise the accounts payable invoice manually, and then process that bill as a supplier refund. This update will automate that. So you select the overpayment, Intacct will create the relevant debit memo, it will generate the relevant AP bill, and it will let you approve and pay it through the standard process. It just keeps everything auditable, it reduces that manual work, and it makes it easier to handle cancellations and overpayments, particularly with things like corporate clients or events. But essentially, it is for record transfer payment only. Credits are supported, so it's AR adjustments, your negative invoices, overpayments and advances. You can refund in credit or part. So before we wrap up with our key highlights of the release to 2025, there are a couple of things that I just want to flag that I think are particularly important. So starting from May, all customers who are sending emails using a custom domain must authenticate that and validate the data. How it works is your Intacct administrator will need to work with your email administrator to obtain the correct DNS keys. If I just go again back to my regional updates for the UK, another thing that's come out for general availability, which I think is really important, is the affiliate entity dimension, it's available for general availability. And essentially is with the consolidations module, Sage Intacct will automatically tag automated inter-entity journal entries. So you would use your affiliate entity dimension to manually tag general ledger journal transactions. This just benefits your inter-entity reconciliation process. You can balance the accounts by your affiliate entities. And if you read the release notes, you can see the available areas and product areas that it's matched to. But essentially, if you are using affiliate entities or separate legal entities that are related to another entity, common ownership or control, that entity can then be a parent or a direct subsidiary, or indirect second or third tiers, but it can be related to entities in any other way. And this is a brand new dimension that's just being released. One more thing that I think is particularly important across company administration, accounts payable, there are field changes, there are permission updates that will need to be viewed just for things like accounts payable, receivable, expenses, projects and time. Another great piece of functionality, I know I was talking earlier about bank transaction import filing for reconciliation. It's the same for credit cards. And another great feature is the ability to be alerted when reversing a reconciled advance. So with this new warning, essentially when you reverse a reconciled advance, the system will tell you this advance has been reconciled, do you want to keep it? The release doesn't change the rules of what you can and can't reverse in a reconciled period. It's just the warning message that's new. But this alert just helps you maintain that visibility and integrity of your reconciled periods, but you can still manage the transactions effectively. There are so many more updates that have come out in the new release, and obviously more to come out, 2 more to come for the rest of the year. To wrap up the tour of the key highlights from 2025 Release 2, if I had to pick the biggest wins, the new import service is an absolute must use. But if you would like any support turning this on, or just want to discuss it, tailor into your process, or rolling it out to your team, reach out to us at Percipient. We're always happy to